In this video, we're going to tackle bearings problems. You might be thinking, what is a bearing? A bearing usually is 3 digits. It is an angle measurement that uses 0 degrees from north and states angles measured in clockwise direction. Bearings are frequently used in navigation problems. The first thing you need to remember is your north, east, south, and west direction. Of course, pointing up, we're going to have north. We have east, south, and west. This is something that you should be very familiar with. In a bearing, 0 degrees is north. So when you're traveling east, you basically are traveling on a bearing of 90 degrees. If you're traveling south, you're traveling on a bearing of 180 degrees. And if you're traveling west, if you add 90 to 180, it's 270 degrees until you make an entire full circle and you're back to where you started at north, and that's a full 360 degrees. The biggest part about bearings is that it's always starting from north and you're always traveling in a clockwise direction. So in this case, we went around a full circle in a clockwise direction, like the clock. Let's pretend the problem says that we have Jennifer who is walking on a bearing of 45 degrees for 5 kilometers. So you're going to start from north. You're going to go in a clockwise direction, 45 degrees. And so Jennifer has just moved 5 kilometers on a bearing of 45 degrees. So in reality, bearings really aren't that complicated. If you remember, it is always from north and you're traveling clockwise. Then let's say the problem tells you that Jennifer now is going to change paths and she's going to walk 3 kilometers on a bearing of 120 degrees. What you need to do is from her new position, you are going to, and I'm going to make some space. So from her new position, you're going to draw north again. This time you're going to go past 90 degrees because remember she's traveling, I said 120 degrees. So you're going to go down this way and now this is 120 degrees where she is traveling. And I should actually make this a little bit shorter than what the red line was because if she traveled 3 kilometers, it should be less than 5 kilometers. That is, I'm not going to lie to you, a little bit of the difficult part about drawing bearings is how long do you make these line segments, and you kind of just use your best judgment. I know that's not a very accurate way of saying it, but if I already made 5 kilometers a certain length and then she travels 3 kilometers, I'm going to make that line a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter. If she had traveled 10 kilometers, I would try to make that twice as long. So a lot of these are just trial and error. Hopefully by the end of the video, you're feeling more confident about how to draw these. And this, of course, we had said is 120 degrees the entire way. And then a lot of times these questions are going to ask you how far Jennifer has to travel to go back to her starting point. So remember, this is her starting point. And what you want to find is basically how far she has traveled at that particular point. They could also ask you on which bearing she needs to travel to go back to where she started. And so you can kind of see how these become relationships that deal with triangles. That means that you're probably going to have to do law of sines, law of cosines. If you have a right triangle, then you can do Pythagorean theorem or SOH-CAH-TOA. So this is just kind of an example that I made up as I was trying to explain this to you. Let's go ahead and dive into actual examples. These examples are coming from the Pearson textbook. And the last question we're going to do is an actual IB exam question. An airplane flies 400 kilometers on a bearing of 78 degrees from city A to city B. How far north or south is B from A? How far east or west is A from B? When you start with bearings, you have to give yourself space because initially you don't really know where you're going to end up. In this case, there's only one bearing and it's 78 degrees. So I'm thinking when I showed you north, east, south, west, remember that east was exactly 90 degrees from north. So if I'm traveling 78, I have an idea that I'm going to end up from where I started northeast. Okay, so I'm going to show you that again. This is my point where I am starting. and I am moving on a bearing of 78 degrees. 78 degrees is less than 90, so I know that I'm somehow headed in this direction, which means my bearing from north is 78 degrees, and I have traveled 400 kilometers. So from where I started, which I'm going to shade in black, to where I ended up, which I'm going to shade in purple, you're going to see that the purple dot is northeast to where the black dot is. Now, when you draw this, do you have to draw the entire northeast, southwest? No, actually you don't. And you really kind of don't want to, because it's going to start to clutter your diagram depending on how complicated the problem is. So instead, what you should do, now that you're getting more familiar with northeast, southwest, and the bearing, is that you want to always start from north. You want to place your starting point. Then you want to open up to 78 degrees bearing and move along that direction. So this right here represents 78 degrees. And like we said, we are traveling 400 kilometers. So this right here is 400 kilometers. We started in city A and we ended up in city B. So that is what my bearings would look like right now. The question does not give us any additional movements. It doesn't tell us another bearing. This is it. So it says how far north or south is B from A? How far east or west is A from B? So what I'm going to do is that I'm actually going to create a right triangle. And yes, we are allowed to do that. We're going to drop that perpendicular and create a right triangle. That is going to let me know how far north I have traveled, and it's going to let me know how far east I have traveled. Okay, so I definitely have traveled north and I have traveled east. So I have gone north, east, basically. So now I can figure these out. So right here, if I'm working with this triangle, remember that all of this completely going to east is 90 degrees. So if I want to find the measurement of the interior angle that's right inside here, I'm going to have to do 90 minus 78, which is going to give me 12. So this means that this interior angle of this triangle measures 12 degrees. And now I can find my vertical distance, which I'll call y, and my horizontal distance, which I'll call x, by using the trig ratios of sine, cosine, tangent, which is SOH-CAH-TOA. This is something that you have to memorize because it is not in the formula packet. The way this works in a triangle, you start by identifying the angle in the triangle you're working with. I'm going to call my y opposite. I'm going to label across the 90-degree angle as hypotenuse, and that leaves this x to be adjacent. So whenever I label the triangle, I like to start opposite, hypotenuse, and leave adjacent for last. I feel like it minimizes the amount of mistakes that you could make. Now you want to look at the relationships that you can make. I can find the sine of 12 degrees by doing opposite over hypotenuse. So I'm going to write the sine. It is always sine, cosine, tangent of the angle. So the sine of 12 degrees is equal to opposite, which in this case we're going to write y, over hypotenuse, which is 400. This is something that's very easy for you to solve. All you have to do is multiply 400 to both sides, and that way it'll cancel out. Remember that your calculator has to be in degree mode, and it goes straight into your calculator exactly the way you see it. So we have 400 times the sine of 12, which is going to give us 83.1646 ... which is approximately 83.2, and these are kilometers. And that's basically how much I've traveled north. So we have traveled north 83.2 kilometers. I'm going to do exactly the same thing now to find x, and I'm going to be looking at adjacent and hypotenuse, because the hypotenuse is the only value that I know for certain. And adjacent and hypotenuse, the relationship is going to be CAH, cosine. So I set up the problem as the cosine of the angle 12 degrees is adjacent over hypotenuse. Once again, I multiply by 400 on both sides. Put this straight into your calculator. and you're going to get 391.259 dot dot dot. Always make sure that you write down 5 or 6 decimal places. In this case, because 391 is already a bigger number with a lot of digits, I just went ahead and I just did 3 decimal places, okay? But the idea is that then we're going to round to 3 significant figures, because that's what the IB exam says to do, to leave the answer exact, or 3 significant figures unless told otherwise. So in this case, I have figured out that I have traveled east 391 kilometers. Okay, so let's go ahead and try this problem. If you'd like, pause the video so that you can try this on your own and then listen to the solution. Part A, a car drives 300 kilometers from city A to city B on a bearing of 65 degrees. How far north-south has the car driven? How far east-west has the car driven? Again, hopefully now you're getting better with the idea of north, south, east, west. And you know that if you're traveling on a bearing of 65 degrees, you are going to be in the northeast position once again, just like the previous problem. Now, when I get to part B, this car is driving on a bearing of 110. So in this case, we're more than 90, but less than 180. So that means that I'm going to be located southeast. And again, the more of these you do, the better off you're going to be. Had they told us that we're traveling on a bearing of 300 degrees, you would understand that we're going all the way around 300, which means that we would be located northwest. Okay, so like I said, you do not have to sit there and draw north, east, southwest. Instead, let's just focus on north. A car drives 300 kilometers from city A to city B on a bearing of 65 degrees. Right here, this is the important part. So I'm going to start by drawing my north. This would be my starting position. That would be city A. And I'm traveling 65 degrees. 90 would be somewhere out here. So I definitely want to be less than 90. And I'm going to do an estimate. So I'm going to draw this out to city B. And this is going to be 65 degrees. Because remember, it's always from north. And that means that I'm traveled 300 kilometers. Just like in the previous example, they do not give us any additional bearing information. They just want to find out how north, and in this case, east, we have traveled. So once again, we are going to create a right triangle by dropping a perpendicular. I'm going to call this y and this x only because in the x and y coordinate plane, y is used for vertical distances and x is used for horizontal. But you can call these whatever you want. Honestly, they're just variables. Just like before, this entire thing is 90 degrees. So I'm going to have to do 90 minus 65 to figure out exactly what this angle measurement inside of the triangle is, which now I know is 25 degrees. I'm going to copy down SOH-CAH-TOA once again so that I have it nice and fresh in my mind. I'm going to label my triangle by looking at the angle inside of the triangle. Right across from it is going to be the opposite side. Opposite of 90 is the hypotenuse, leaving x to be the adjacent side. I'm going to set up the problem. The sine of 25 is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Multiply by 300 to both sides. Put this into your calculator exactly the way you see it. Write down a few decimal values, dot, 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 and then round to 3 significant figures. So in this case, we have 127, and don't lose sight of your units. So the units here are kilometers, which means that we have traveled north. Okay, so we have gone north 127 kilometers. We're going to do this one more time so that we can figure out how far east we have traveled. And to figure out how far east we have traveled, we're going to use cosine like before. The cosine of angle 25 is equal to adjacent over the hypotenuse, multiply by 300 to both sides. We get 271.892 dot, dot, dot is equal to x. That means x is approximately 272 kilometers. So we have traveled east 272 kilometers. We're going to go now to part B, and we're going to redo this entire thing, but with a 110 degree bearing. Always start from north. Remember, going straight east is 90 degrees. So because this bearing is 110, I want to go a little bit further than 90. So I started in city A, and now I am in city B on a bearing of 110 degrees. That's all the information I have. Clearly here from A to B, I am now southeast. I'm going to create a triangle, and you have a few options to create this triangle. If you would like to cut this into 90 degrees, you can create your triangle this way because you know that you have a right angle, and 90 subtracted from 110. If I do 110 minus 90, I know that's 20. So inside my little purple triangle, I know that's going to be 20. I know that I've also traveled 300, which I had forgotten to write down. This is 300 kilometers. And from here, I can go ahead and label this as y for my vertical distance, x for my horizontal distance. According to the 20 degrees that's inside of the triangle, y is going to be right opposite. The hypotenuse is 300 and x is adjacent. Once again, we have SOH-CAH-TOA. The sine of 20 degrees is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. The cosine of 20 degrees is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So now I know that we have traveled 103 kilometers south, and we have traveled 282 kilometers east. One last thing that I want to mention about this problem is how you can create this triangle. We did our bearing from north. We did a bearing of 110 degrees all the way around. This was A, this was B, and we traveled 300 kilometers. If you would like, because it depends on how you are able to see this, one of the things that you can do is extend this straight line going all the way down and then draw your triangle so that you have a 90-degree angle here. In this case, the entire straight angle is 180. So 180 minus 110 is 70 degrees. This would be y because it's vertical. This is x because it's horizontal. And I can still set up SOH-CAH-TOA exactly the same way. According to the 70-degree angle, x is now opposite, y is adjacent because 300 is still the hypotenuse. The sine of 70 degrees is opposite over hypotenuse. The cosine of 70 degrees is adjacent over hypotenuse. Put these in your calculator. 300 times the sine of 70 is going to give me 281.9077 ... which is about 282 kilometers, which is east. And if I multiply 300 times the cosine of 70, I'm going to get that y equals 102.606 ... which is approximately 103 kilometers south. So notice we got exactly the same answers, but we drew the triangle a little bit differently. And the way you draw the triangle, it has to make sense to you, to your brain, and what you see first, and practice it that way. I hope you found this video helpful. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more help with math so that you can say, yes, I can do math with confidence. Until next time, thanks for watching.